Welcome to Two Guys in a Podcast. I'm Tom, and today we're going to be putting a cabinet together for our newly remodeled bathroom. So stand by while we get after it.
Shut up and sit down.
All right, we're back. Today we're going to put together a cabinet that I ordered. It's going to go up on our freshly painted bathroom wall to store towels and things like that, bathroom accessories and stuff in. So we're going to get after that. So what you see here in the background, these boxes, the tube, the smaller boxes here, this is what we ordered. So it came UPS like this. All the components came in packaged boxes like that. Took a couple days. Ordered it from EasyClosets.com. And they helped me design it up, get exactly what I needed. Shout out to Dimitri out there. He helped me design it up, and we're going to go through and inventory it all, make sure we got everything we need, and then we are going to move it in the house and put the cabinet together. So it's the same company that made the garage cabinets in the back. These are Easy Garage, and this is Easy Closet. They make a lot of different things, not just garage closet, a lot of different things, pantries, entertainment centers, hideaway beds, big variety of products. And we are going to go ahead and put this together today and see how it goes. Okay, what we're going to start with is the instruction booklets that came in the inventory. It's nice little setup there, personalized everything. There's my actual design. It's going to have two cabinets in the middle with some corner shelves on each side there. It's going to be pretty nice. So they customize these to your order. And then what happens is on the inside here, they kind of explain how to interpret the boxes that arrived, how to look for the boxes, how they're identified, what's in them. Obviously some tools and things you'll need to use. We'll have to pull those together. And then they get right into, if I can turn the page here, the parts list, right? And everything that we should have, right? All the different hardware, from the boards to the hardware, right? And then how to install, where to install, things like that. So we're gonna go through and open up the boxes, make sure we got everything before we move it into the house. Okay, so all the hardware comes in a box with those instructions. So here's like some hinges, right? They're all identified. These are the Sauce 110 hinge kit, right? So these are all have by part number in the box, shelf pins, all the various different pieces of hardware, some more hinges, some cam covers. We'll get to those later. Some brackets to help mount, things like that. So all the hardware is there in a separate box, not with the wood. Comes in actual box with the instructions, and then now we're going to break into the boxes and check out the wood. So as we get into this, we're just going to go ahead and do one at a time, right? So first of all, the tube, right? So basically in this tube comes the rails to hang it on the wall, right? And the rail cover. So we open this up, and there will be a tube cap on it that we're going to have to get out. I cut it, so that didn't help. There we go. Put that there. And this cabinet's not very big, so it's going to have one 6-foot section of rail right there that I will have to cut to size. And then this is the cap that goes on it after it's installed to give it a nice clean look, matching the wood. And that will have to be cut to size. Okay, we'll just throw that there. This is box 6 of 8. This box should have 5 corner shelves. Okay, kind of see how that's packaged maybe. All right, so there's kind of the box, how it's packaged, right? And then there's the corner shelves, right? There's tied together, banded together. There's 5 of them there. It's upside down right now. So those are called cams, and they will lock it into the shelf, right? So you take a screwdriver, lock it in, so the shelves will be, they won't move, you can't knock them out. But good packaging around the box and everything, that's nice. So these should be able to hold up to UPS handling. And we'll go ahead and keep looking. So this is 5 of the, what are these, right hands? Nope, these are left hands. So they'll go on the left side. And then there will be another box with 5 right hands. Okay. So here's the 5 shelves, 5 corner shelves. They're gonna go like this. Actually, I think like this in the cabinet, and then or on the edge of the cabinet. So that'll be good. So we'll take these, we'll set these ready to get inside. We'll slide this box on the way. Now here's box 5 of 8, and this will have the right hand shelves in it. So the same thing we just saw. And here's the right hands. So these will go like that. Right-handed, 5 of them will also be going in. Like that. I'm not going to cut them open. Probably should have gloves on. Reminder, probably should wear gloves. They are wood, so you could get splinters. Okay, this is box 8. Or, I'm sorry, box 4 of 8. This box, okay, this box has the shelves for inside the cabinet. So they're quite a bit bigger. Should be 22 or so inches. These are 14 deep by 22.5 wide. We got 4 adjustable shelves, which will just sit on pins, so we can move those around anywhere we want. And then the top and bottom shelves are fixed with those cams because they help lock the cabinet together. So there we go with these. There's all 6 of them with the 2 fixed ones right in the middle there. All right, so that does it for the shelving. Now we're going to get into what we would call the verticals and the doors, right? So here's the boxes with the verticals and doors. Okay. Knocking that stuff over. This is box 7 of 8. This has the 2 doors. This will be the doors of the cabinets. We get some of the packaging materials out of the way to protect it during shipment of UPS. And then there you go, there's the doors. So this is one of the doors with the hinge pockets. 3 hinge pockets based on this height of the door. Some protective tape to protect it on the bottom, so that's technically the bottom. Goes like this. That protective tape will allow me to set it down, and then the hinge will go in here and connect to the cabinet, and boom, you have a door. So one thing to realize is you will get, and I think you saw this from when we did the garage cabinets before, you get a lot of packaging materials that you have to dispose of on this, and that's right, double-edged sword there. 1, you got to dispose of it all afterwards, but 2, it's designed to help protect the product on the way on shipment. So they ship 2 different ways. They can ship UPS like this, box at a time. All these showed up together same day, 2 days after I ordered it. Or you could have a pallet dropped off at the end of your driveway with all the boxes on it, right? Depending on the size of your order and how much product you have. This is a pretty small cabinet, so it's just 8 boxes. Okay, now this is called a vertical. Okay, so called a vertical because it goes vertical on the wall. This little notch right here is what it will hang on the rail as the rail's attached to the wall. And then these line bores here are for your pins or screws or whatever to hold your pieces in place. On the inside of the cabinet, it'll look like this, you know, away from the wall, your A surface, if you will. So this is the one of them. And this one happens to be a full drill, so the holes go through. And that's because we're mounting shelves on the inside and on the outside of this cabinet. If there was nothing on the outside of this cabinet, this wouldn't have the holes through. These would just go half through. So this is only because we're mounting on both sides of these verticals. As I'm unpacking these and stuff, I'm looking at them for damage and stuff for shipping. They do go UPS. So even though they're packaged really, really well, they are susceptible to human handling. These all looked really good when they arrived, so I don't anticipate any issues, and so far, so good. Last box. Okay, so this one also has full drill vertical in it to hang on the wall. And then actually two more, and this will make sense when we go to set them up, but there's actually two more here, same size. And this will be for the back pieces of the corner shelves. So we'll see how that goes. So there you have everything, everything unboxed. So we got the verticals over there and the doors, and we have the shelving units here and the hardware. So that's pretty much it. So now what we're gonna do is move it into the bathroom and start putting it together. Okay. So in the bathroom now, this is actually the wall where it's going to go. This is the current cabinet that's there now that will go upstairs. It's just a sit on the floor cabinet. But we're going to mount actually right up here on this whole wall, the corner shelves and towel cabinet. So you can also probably spy back through the door here. The closet, we also did that closet with this same product, EasyCloset. I filmed a lot of that, but I didn't do a video on it, I don't believe, but it really decked out the closet really nice, and maybe at the end of this, we'll take a look at that. All right, we're gonna start mounting the cabinet. So first step is the rail. We have to figure out the width that we want of the rail, cut it down, and mount it up. Okay, so I did the simple math, right? So our cabinet that will go in the middle here, the middle piece, has 22.5-inch shelves and 2 3/4-inch verts on the outside. So mathematics, 24 inches, 24 inches. So now we got to center this on the wall, 24 inches. Here is the rail screws that we're going to use. right there, rail screws. Ooh, nice. Luckily, small enough cabinet, we're just going to need the 2. Okay, now we're going to hang the support bar, the rail. There we go, there's the first screw. Now we double check the level. There we go. And we put in the second screw. Here we go. There is the rail mounted level. Which we will be hanging the verticals on and putting together the cabinet first. Okay, here's the vertical that will go right there. Okay, so now you're getting an idea, right? Getting an idea, kind of getting an idea of what it's going to look like. And now what we're going to do is put the top shelf and the bottom shelf in. Those are called fixed shelves. Those will lock the cabinet together. And then we can put in the rest of the shelves later. And if we wanted to, we can mount the bottom to studs. Okay, so we'll review again. This is a fixed shelf. It has the cams that will lock in to locking nuts that I'm going to install on the vertical. Okay, in this case, I'm going to use what's called a double cam screw. So it's going to go all the way through the board and provide a spot on both sides here. See if I can focus that in. Both sides for a fixed on this side of the shelf or on the vert and a fixed on this side. So double cam screw. Okay, so there you go. Shelf is in, right? Won't come out. It's holding the cabinet in place. We got the cabinet centered the way we want it. Now we'll put the very bottom one on to hold that in place. Okay, so now I'm just tightening the screws, or the cams, I guess you'd call them. Locks that in. So the cams actually pull it all together tight and then locks it in. So that's the important thing there. Okay, so now you have the base of the cabinet, the bottom and the top are locked in. And now basically all you got to do is put the shelves in you want. But we're going to go ahead and mount the doors next. Okay, the actual, before I jump into the doors, the actual corner shelves now will get mounted to this vertical and a vertical that I attach to this wall. So this vertical is going to attach to this wall, and to do that, pretty much I just got to literally screw it into stud. A couple different places down the board. And then we can put the cam pins in for those and lock those in. So I'm going to do this one first, real quick here, and we'll get it going. So I know that I measured, there's a stud right here that's 10 inches from the side of the cabinet, and I used my stud finder for that. I think we may want to go 10 1/4. And we'll be using these same mounting brackets that we used for the rail. We'll be using them for this vertical. So what I'm going to do now is just pre-measure my hole, my spot for my screw, on the vert here at 10.5 or 10.25, I guess I'll go there. We'll go down here somewhere off center. We'll go down here somewhere near the bottom. Okay. Now those should all match up right to the stud in the wall. And we will be able to hammer time, screw it in. Okay, so what we got is that mounted to the wall, nice and strong. Now notice we have the double-headed cam screws here for the side of the corner shelf. Back here, we need to use single side. So this is what a single side looks like. Right there, it obviously just screws in on one side. Okay, so there goes the cam screws. Now there's 4 of them there, and we will be able to put in a cam shelf. Okay, so we're going to see if we grab the correct one. There you go. Bam. We'll just tighten these down. Okay, there it is. Locked in. Do 2 at the bottom to lock in the bottom, and then you'll start seeing actually the angle of the corner shelves. So here I'll show you on this camera. Right, there's the top. The top is not going to be seen, so that strip up there, I could have had them put edge band on the strip up there. Probably should have. Yeah, there you go. There's the corner shelf. There from underneath. Okay, here you go. So now you see the corner shelf top, corner shelf bottom, and then we'll have, you know, some shelves going up here like this, spaced out. I think we got like 3 or 4 more for each side. Pretty nice. You can kind of see it here in the big camera. There it is on the top, there it is on the bottom. And now this same setup right here is going to be over here. Same setup. We've got to mount a vertical up on the wall, and then put the corner or the fixed shelves up on top to hold it all together. And then basically the form of the cabinet is done. And then we just got to fill it in and put the doors on. Okay, so that side over there for the corner cabinet does not have a stud that I can screw the vert in, the back panel, if you will, the vert that's going to act as a back panel. So I have to use drywall mounting, like kind of bolt. So these will actually go in and allow me to screw in on the wall without a stud. Okay, well, I'm going to be honest. I struggled with that side over there. No stud, made it very, very difficult to try to put the mounting brackets in the back and everything. That's very disappointing methodology that had to be used there. There should be something better and easier to do. Some feedback that I could give them. But we got it up. So now we're going to put the corner shelves in. Okay, here we go. Finally got that side done. Boy, oh boy, that was not easy. I had to really work hard at that one. Because number 1, no stud. Number 2, wall was not level. So I did end up having to shim behind to get it to be level. Just sometimes you're going to have to do that with your construction the way it is. But basically it's done. We're going to put the doors on now, and then we can put the rest of the shelving in. So for the doors, we have hinges. Okay, hinges. So just clip in like that, and that's the hinge. Open, close like that. We got 4 of them. So this is a door right here. And we're going to take that plastic off the bottom. Protective tape on the bottom, so if you set it on the floor or whatever, it's not going to scratch up the vinyl. These are vinyl covered doors. Actually got 3 hinges per door. There's a door with the hinges in it. And now we just have to attach them in here. Okay, here we go. Boom. One cabinet door. Open and closed. Okay, now we gotta get the other one ready. All right. There you go. Cabinets up, cabinet doors are up. We gotta put handles on them, but there's the cabinet doors. And now we just gotta put shelves on. Okay, here we go. Corner shelves are in, fixed shelves are in. These were all fixed so they don't fall out. Let's get a good look at the whole top to bottom there of the cabinet. Then we're going to put the other side up, put the handles on the doors, call it good, get to editing. Okay, so here we go for this side. You can kind of see the corner shelves in. All right. We're going to try to get something to cover all the holes and screws and things. Inside, I got to put the handles on here yet, but here and here you can see we got to cover the rail yet, but boom, cabinet. All right, we got a piece of plastic that'll cover the rail. Towels and stuff will be in there. Put some handles in the middle here. Bam. And then on this side, you got your other corner shelves. Okay, here we go. We got the handles done. So there's the handles on the cabinet. There's the inside of the cabinet. Just the last few things to do. Cover up the cam covers, or cams with the covers like that. Those things. Cover them up with those. Put the plastic strip covering that rail in the back, and then we're going to eventually cover up some of these other holes and screws and stuff too. So, all right, we'll be back to close up here in a minute. All right, you can see the cover in the back here now, covering the rail. And we got the handles on. It's all cleaned up, ready to go. Let's take a look from back here. There you go. We'll get an angle with the other camera. But there's the corner shelves, and there is the cabinet. It sticks out, a little bit from the wall. Not terrible, I guess. Not like, we had one there anyway. That little thing was there anyway. And it's actually that top of that, the depth of that top is the same depth as this. So, yeah, anyway, it's a little bigger. Sticks out a little further with the handles and everything. But there's still plenty of room to walk through here with the shower and everything. FYI, this was the closet I was telling you about that we did with the same product. And we got a shoe shelf back here. And then a bench there that's covered with all the stuff from the bathroom. Another hutch over here, a his and her hutch. Around like that. So yeah, and then you come out and boom, here's the cabinet. Okay, there you go. Cabinet is complete. The only thing we're going to do is try to find something to cover up these holes with. And the screws or whatever that we had to do to mount. Clean that up a little bit. Seal that up, but then basically it's in and it's ready to go. Thanks for joining me on this. If you got any questions, let me know. Again, EasyCloset.com. Design it up, get it shipped to your house, and put it together. Thanks, and we'll see you later.